In this episode, we get some new wheels. Alright, so today we don't really have too much to do. We're still waiting on the wastegate springs mostly, and then a couple other things. Wheels are coming tomorrow. Those are gonna be awesome. So stay tuned for that. But today we're gonna pull the fuel filters out. I don't know exactly which fuel filters are in there, so we're gonna pull them out and then order some new ones and then throw them back in whenever we get a chance. So let's do it. As with most work days, the first step is to jack up your car. And don't forget your jack stands. The fuel filters are located under the car, just adjacent to the transmission. There are two filters in this car as it runs a dual feed setup with two pumps in the tank. The filter on one of the feed lines is a factory Toyota filter, and while not being a bad filter, it's not suitable for ethanol. I jumped back under the car to grab the other filter and was pleasantly surprised to find a nice Earl's filter. This filter is much better suited to our application and definitely what we want on the other line as well. So I quickly jumped on the worldwide interwebs and ordered up a new filter, a new bronze filter element for the blue filter, and all the associated hardware. Today's one of those special days in a car enthusiast's life. Why, you ask? Well, that's because the wheels are coming today. Look who just came. And look at what he brought. You guys ready? Yes! CCW Classics. So, there they are, guys. CCW Classics, as you guys may have seen. These are actually 17 by 11.5, so super big wheels. Very wide 315 rubber on them, and these things should get plenty of traction in this Supra. The fronts are 18 by 10s with a 265. As you can see, a tiny bit of a stretch. Not exactly my cup of tea, but you know, we can just live with it for now, change them out later maybe. But as you can see, these things are looking awesome, and they're gonna look sick on this Supra. Next up, I'm testing out some wrinkle black spray paint on our charge pipe. It's a little cold for painting today, but we'll see how it comes out. At first, the wrinkle texture is slow to appear, but after letting it dry, it gets about as wrinkly as Jeremy Clarkson's face. I went in for layer 2, but by the time I was done, it was pretty late, so I had to pack it up for the night. The next day, I was ready to get back at it. I started late, so I only had a few hours really, but I was determined to get stuff done. I was then interrupted by the deliveryman.
It's even got Japanese on it. This is the one. These are the HKS wastegate springs. These are so hard to find, impossible to find. I looked everywhere for weeks and weeks, and I ended up finding them at TH Motorsports, which is actually a local Chicago place. My buddy Will Zhao works there. Awesome dude. Found these for me, hooked me up. We can finally have boost, proper boost. So seriously, what a legend. Check him out, he's at TH Motorsports. Honestly, they get a lot of cool stuff. And this is going to complete this build. So, thanks, Will.
All right, so here's how it works. You got your purple spring, your red and green spring, and then your silver helper spring. So in the HKS V1 60mm wastegate world, your purple spring will do 15 to 19 pounds of base boost. I believe the red-green spring does 12 to like 16 pounds of base boost. And then the silver spring is just a helper spring that actually works with the red-green spring, so you can kind of find a little bit of a happy in between here. So this works out perfectly for us. We're probably gonna jam in the purple spring, see if it is too much boost. I'm hoping it won't be. 15 to 19 pounds should be right where we need to be for the pump gas tune. So that should be perfect. However, if this doesn't work for us, we'll throw in this spring with the helper spring. So it'll be kind of the higher, closer to 15 around range, maybe 16 pound range. And then if that's too much, which I highly doubt it would be, we can just take out the helper spring and then just have the red-green spring in. So let's put in the purple spring. Now, I don't recommend the stand-on wastegate method of compressing the spring, because if your foot slips and that wastegate hat goes flying, your lineage will likely end with you. But my vise wasn't big enough, so YOLO? Next up, I hooked up the boost source lines to the wastegate and then plopped it into its home. Alright, so that was a humongous pain in the ass, but it's all done. The wastegate is all plumbed up. There it is, not too bad. And so yeah, it's all plumbed up. As you can see, we got boost source lines that run to the wastegate, and then the boost controller there. That's all in, so basically all the turbo stuff's in. Just need to clamp up the intercooler pipes. I'll probably take this pipe off and paint it now since I have time. And yeah, so all the turbo stuff's done. I'm just waiting on one part. So here are the fuel filters. This is the old one, which I replaced the inside brass filter with. And then here's a new one for the other feed line. It's actually a dual feed line with a single return. So I just need to get a one fitting. It's still in the mail, so once we get our hands on that, then we should be good to go. Stick the fuel in, and then I need to redo the wiring in the back for the fuel pump relays. And then other than that, I think we're pretty much set. Now, I forgot to film an outro for today, so instead I'll serenade you with a Supra booty shot. I'll be back at it again when I get the fuel fitting I need, and maybe we'll take a crack at refinishing the calipers. So, until then, later.